Don't forget to vote most weeks in the community section for future topics. We're talking Starfleet ship designs on this edition of...
Yeah, it's the best five, worst five, no one has seen. Yeah, it's the best five, worst five Treks ever seen.
Most Starfleet ship designs are at worst fine, so we're going to get nitpicky today and find the ships with the most on-screen problems to define the rankings. Per the usual, starting at 5th worst. Control V. If you've watched this channel long enough, you may notice I use number 5 sometimes to make a point. While the Inquiry-class vessel actually is said to be the most bang-for-your-buck design by the end of the 24th century, we all know why it's here. The production team thought they could save money on a fleet of hundreds of ships by copy and pasting the same design. But that doesn't feel realistic. CGI is time-consuming and expensive, but this came off as cheesy. Number 4. The Love Boat. Yes, I'm about to knock one of the most iconic designs in Trek history. A beautiful ship overall, but the Galaxy class saw a number of design flaws pop up as it entered service. Built at the height of Starfleet's hubris after 70 years without major conflicts, the new flagship design was built with a luxury cruise liner in mind. Despite its size and impressive overall features on paper, the ship either found itself OP versus most of the minor galactic races they deal with day to day, or still grossly outgunned by the other major factions, and usually get lucky from other factors that save them from destruction. Though in their first encounter with the Dominion, the thin neck of the drive section shows how vulnerable the design is, and even a retired Klingon bird of prey finally dooms the D. Let's not also forget its ability to spawn life if the computer logs enough hours. Maybe Starfleet should consider a maternity leave policy for its ships. Number 3. Big nacelle, small core. Because we're not done insulting ship classes Picard captained, the Constellation class was said by the man himself to be an overworked, underpowered vessel. The two we get a good look at in TNG have been ridden hard and put away sticky. For a quad nacelle design, they have one of the most rudimentary-looking warp cores we've ever seen in Trek. Its chunky saucer design has shown itself to be structurally durable, though its internal build quality is questionable. Number 2. The Human Equation. It's not the first automated vessel in the Federation, but the Texas class were to be the first full-fledged starship driven by AI, with a specialty in second contact situations. While its weapons and tactical prowess seem to be in top form, being a cousin to Badgie makes that a dangerous proposition, as Admiral Buenamigo came to find out. There's too much nuance, like waiting for a planetary official to choose their communication code number, to leave contact with a new Federation member to an all-AI ship. The worst Starfleet ship design? Number 1. Death Trap. Class J ships came in a variety of forms and were being phased out by the mid-23rd century. Most of the depictions we see are of civilianized cargo ships, first in Mudd's Women and later as the vessel of the space hippies. Both times we see the engines prone to overheating, and with it comes delta radiation. The Starfleet cadet training vessel Pike receives his permanent disfigurement from was a Class J. Every appearance of this design shows us a very early, very unsafe, probably mass-produced vessel that is a death trap if the slightest thing outside normal operation happens. As we shuttle over to the dry dock of the best Starfleet ship designs, please consider a like and subscribe if you're entertained. At 5th best, We the People. Across multiple refits, the original Constitution-class Enterprise goes through 3 5-year missions, plus pre-Pike flight time and extended service. In that time, it comes up against multiple galaxy-ending events, and is only taken down after being in a damaged, mothballed state run by a skeleton crew. Not only is the design iconic, but it stands up to everything the universe throws at it and comes out on top. A very worthy flagship design. Number 4. Long in the Tooth. The Excelsior class was built to be Starfleet's all-around vessel to replace the aging Constitution class toward the end of the 23rd century. So impressive and durable was the design, it went on to be produced and upgraded for nearly a century. With modern updates, it's shown to be able to go toe-to-toe with the Defiant class. We see it resisting the effects of massive energy waves and is a testament to 23rd century craftsmanship. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Number 3. Go fast. The Protostar is one of Starfleet's most ambitious designs, with 2 warp cores and a contained protostar that can move the ship a quarter of a galaxy away in a short time. Probably built with light scouting missions in mind, it's a small ship but still has room for crew amenities like a dedicated holodeck and even ship-wide holo emitters. The only downside is a likely supernova if the ship is destroyed either accidentally or purposefully. Number 2. Timeless. For a science vessel, the Crossfield class would go on to prove itself as a precision instrument in a variety of situations, including all-out war. Its survival of the onslaught from Control is a bit of a miracle, and after being transplanted nearly 1,000 years in the future, and receiving a retrofit and A to its registry, is ready to tackle the 32nd century's biggest problems. Whatever you might think of the show itself, the ship has proven its worth mostly through the aid of its fungal navigation spore drive, and later through its AI Zora. The best ship design in Trek history? Fleet of 1. Intrepid-class ships were probably Starfleet's best overall design before the Dominion War, sustaining Janeway and the crew of Voyager for 7 years despite some faults or alternate destructions is no small feat. Between being designed to house a second warp core and the new neural gel pack system, which brought its own problems, but massive reductions in processing and reaction times to emergencies, its practicality and repairability become clear. A low-profile ship that's hard to shoot at head-on, with only 15 decks, is a strong tactical improvement over some of Starfleet's past clunky masses. Here's to hoping Voyager A lives up to its predecessor's legacy. What's your favorite Starfleet ship design in the franchise?